Welcome to the Transfer Exchange Show. We are live. Yes, we're live. Come on, people, hit that like button. I know you're in the comment section already. I've already seen Garth in there with his team selection. Absolutely unreal. Brilliant start to the day. It's almost the same as mine. Job done. Happy days. We're done with the show. Great start there, Gareth Lewis. Good team, solid team. All right.
I've got some bones to pick with Gareth, I tell you.
Today, we, as a sort of gear up to the new set of shows that we've got. Yeah, we've got the Man United show. We've got the Arsenal show. We're bringing you exclusive content. Yeah, we're going to be making sure that right now, Man United and Arsenal fans are going to be happy. We've got some good stuff coming up. Yeah. But before we do, we're going to do a combined Man United and Arsenal 11. I mean, I'd probably say about 5 years ago, this wouldn't even be happening. The combined team malarkey would not be happening in my eyes. There would be no combined. I couldn't even like deep down inside me, as an Arsenal fan, there was just this rage, this rivalry against Man United where I couldn't even watch their games back in the day. But now I've grown up, and I can appreciate their players. And going through this combined 11, it shows true appreciation for some Man United players. Today we're joined by Nathan Ellington. How you doing, Nathan?
Good, thanks. Good. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who you've got in there. I'm very interested to see who you've got because I know... you're fully Man United. You're no nonsense Man United, unapologetic. And Steve, how you doing today?
How you doing, Kieran? Yeah, I'm good. And like Nathan, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm sure Steve has found some football players from the 1800s that no one knows about, and he's got some stats. I'm sure he's managed to get Cliff Bastard in there somewhere. But yeah, all right. And in the comment section, make sure you hit the like and subscribe, people, if you haven't joined us before. And anyone that has joined us, make sure you hit the like so we get more people joining in. All right, let's get this going. All right, we've got. There we go. We've got the teams ready. I'm gonna go for what formations everyone gone for? Say a 4-4-2.
I've gone for. I went for a 4-3-3.
All right, okay.
Because of the forwards are just off the charts, aren't they?
Okay,
you got too many, aren't you? It's just hard to.
But there's different ways. I don't know how your formations are going to look, but mine's a 4-4-3, 4-3-3. But it's done in a way that I would want to see my team play. So I fitted players in who can fit in to my likings.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing players in positions which they played. However, there are arguments that they are probably more forwards than wingers. But look, we go by ear. I'll see everyone's picks, and then based on the choices, we'll see who goes in the team. All right. Let's get this underway. Now, this one, the big one. Who's going to go first? Looks like I'm going first. Seeing as this is the goalkeeper, this is number one, it makes sense that I go first on this one. All right. Now, obviously, David Seaman, great goalkeeper. But he's not in. Yeah? He's not in. I'm sorry. Because this goalkeeper, for me, goes in because he's my favourite goalkeeper. Yeah? He's who I learned how to be a goalkeeper from. And even when I met David Seaman, when I was asking who my favourite goalkeeper was, before I knew I was meeting him, I said, don't say anything, but it's Peter Schmeichel. And they were like, what? And they were filming it. So I have gone for Peter Schmeichel. Now, this is a hard one because Man United have had some great goalkeepers. Edwin van der Sar. And I'm sorry, but you've got to put the likes of David De Gea in the conversations of great goalkeepers that Man United had. He's been there 10 years now. He's done a lot for Man United. What 3 Player of the Years, Champions League medal. So he's in the conversation, but I couldn't look past this man.
Not better than Van der Sar, is he though?
I mean, it's a conversation, but no, he's not better than Van der Sar. So for me, it's Peter Schmeichel.
Can't argue with that, can you?
I'm going to go with Peter Schmeichel. He was the guy that when I grew up watching him doing his star jumps and saving everything and not being scared to just come out and smash anyone. He was just like no nonsense, best goalkeeper I've seen, best goalkeeper around at the time. And I just thought, wow, with him in goal, he saved us so many times. It's just one of them things you just think, wow, this guy's unbelievable. So for me, it's him.
Yeah.
Schmeichel for me.
Yeah.
Mm.
Steve?
I'll tell you what, how unlucky is Edwin van der Sar? If I've not picked it, well, he's not because you've two picked him anyway, so it's irrelevant. But how unlucky is he not to get into this all-time Manchester United 11? I'm not going to roll off stats every player, so don't worry about that. But I just had to on this one. I mean, he's got 186 appearances for Man United. He won 4 Premier League titles, a League Cup, 3 Charity Shields, a Champions League, and a Club World Cup. I mean, he would be anybody's best goalkeeper team in any other team. But I've gone for Peter Schmeichel like you. His trophy haul at Man United was second to none. Bought from Brøndby in Denmark at pittances. I think it was around £500,000, and just went on to be probably, in my eyes, probably the greatest goalkeeper of all time. And Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah. Van der Sar for me was a very close second.
Yeah.
It was a very close second.
Yeah.
As you said, I think people forget how good Van der Sar was. He's one of them goalkeepers that isn't necessarily high flying, but he's got it in his locker because his positioning's so great. He commands his area. He was just a colossus of a goalkeeper. When Fulham got him, it was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
It was like, I couldn't believe it. And then Man United got him and got so many years out of him. Great servant for Man United and a top goalkeeper. But Peter Schmeichel, just the way he used to come out and just spread himself, arms and legs, ball hitting him, the arguments with Ian Wright, the lot. I loved it. Peter Schmeichel, great goalkeeper. All right. Next position, right back. Now, for me, this one, was like I was looking for someone else. And it's probably not paying enough respect to the man, but I was looking. I was trying to look elsewhere, but I couldn't look anywhere else. Gary Neville, and this is why. And this is why you can't look past Gary Neville. 12 Premier League titles, 2 Champions Leagues, 4 FA Cups, 3 Carling Cups, and a World Cup trophy or Super Cup, whatever it is. 85 caps for England. This guy was steady Eddie, was consistent, and never really got the respect that he was due. Probably until he finished playing football. And even then, the fact that I'm looking for someone else to be in that right back position probably shows that he's still not getting respect that he's due. So I had to go with Gary Neville. There was no one else that I could think was even close to him.
You've got the same as me. Gary Neville had to take that spot. Couldn't think of anyone else at all that could do what he did a great job for us. He was consistent week in, week out, every time, played for England, done the job. So got up and down that wing, cross balls in, defended pretty well. To be honest, winning titles everywhere. Like you just said, he was steady Eddie at right back. and there was no one better than him out of the two sides. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or maybe there was.
Oh God, Steve, what you got? What you got? What you got? What you got?
Bellerin, he's got.
No, stop. Yeah, thanks for tonight, boys, girls. The pod was actually fun.
I remember
Just stuck into it. Nah. Come on,
Now,
Steve. Here you go.
Kit, look, I was doing the exact same thing as what Kit, you was doing. I was looking somewhere else, and the reason why I was looking for somewhere else is because of what I said at the beginning, that I wanted a player to go into positions where that I felt fitted somewhere that was going to come out and be the greatest team with these two teams combined. This player he played 241 times for Man United. He scored 27 goals for them.
Dennis Irwin, maybe.
He was a rampaging right back. He scored he had 2 Premier League titles. He won an FA Cup. He won 2 League Cups, 3 Charity Shields, a Europa League, and a Super Cup. When this guy was at his best, he was unstoppable. He was quick. He was electric. He was fast. He was strong. He was an Ecuadorian international.
Oh,
Valencia.
Good shout.
And his name is Antonio Valencia.
Good shout.
You know what?
I believe that
You're damn right.
if I had a choice out of playing Gary Neville, and this is what it came down to in the end, I looked at Valencia if I was playing a Champions League final, semi-final, and I was looking at Neville and I was putting them at their best, and then I just picked the pen up and I just put down Antonio Valencia because I just felt he was the man.
Antonio Valencia. All right. Hold on.
He's in. He's in for me. He's changed my mind there.
Oh, Steve. What have you done?
To be fair,
talk about the cat amongst the pigeons.
I've picked my team exactly that way. I say, who's the better player?
The best player. Yeah.
Who's the better player in that position? Is it him or him?
And he started at right wing, come back into right back, and he made it his own, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
definitely.
He
can't even argue with that.
He was powerful. I mean, he was strong. I mean, he was a scary right back. I mean, and
it's what I was looking for. It's what I was looking for. Exactly what I was looking for. I was looking for a player.
Yeah.
Neither did I. Do you know what? I'm not even going to argue. Valencia goes in.
Sorry, Gary, but I just. Yeah,
I'm right.
Sorry,
Steve. Good thinking there. Good.
Well done, Steve. Well done.
My back two are unrivaled, untouchable.
Yeah, look you're going to try and jump ahead of me on this one.
No, I'm just waiting for you to say the same.
Are we doing the two? Are we doing the two?
So we better not.
Are we doing the two?
Yeah, why
Let's
not?
do the two. Let's do the two. All right. There'll be many arguments over this one. And I know why. But for me, yeah, there's no question about it. Yeah. There is no question about it. Yeah.
Gabriel.
Let's go. Gabriel. No. Two absolute giants in the game in 2000s era, in the noughties, they would say.
Oh.
Yep. Rio Ferdinand was just too good. Pace, smart, could play with the ball. A modern day defender back in the day. And this is controversial to a lot of Arsenal fans, but for me, it's got to be Sol Campbell next to him. Sol Campbell had pace. He'd drive out the defence with the ball. Good in the air. Good for a goal every now and again. A leader. Yeah, for me, it's Sol Campbell. Go on, Nathan. Who you got?
I've got Mr. Rio Ferdinand at centre back.
Of course you have. Of course
And
you
with
have.
him, I've got Mr. Rio Ferdinand.
Amy's Rio, and he dances on the sand.
Rio, Rolls Royce at the back. He never made it look hard at all. I remember playing against him, and
I was going to say, how tough was it to play against him?
Thing is, you don't ever see him. You don't ever get in a tussle with him, but he's just done his job, hasn't he? Somehow, that's a good defender. You don't need to get in a fight ever.
Yeah,
and he's just there, does everything he needs to do. And I even had a good game. I scored in one of the games as well, but he was still on fire. Like, the league game, I didn't score at Old Trafford in the league, no, but it was a cup game, and I don't think he was playing. I think Silvestre was playing alongside someone else. So yeah, he was playing in one of them, that was for sure. When we lost, and I scored a header from a corner, both games actually, home and away. But yeah,
who was his partner? Who was his partner at the time? Was it Vidic?
O'Shea, I think it was O'Shea. At this point in time, so it wasn't big man Vidic. So, but yeah. So Rio Ferdinand is my first centre back. Now this other centre back is probably my favourite centre back for Man United of all time, and he is the big Dutch man. His name is Jaap Stam. He is too good. He is much better than any other defender, a centre back. He was a beast. He was too quick, too strong, scored as well. He was unbelievable. And he could run, and then he went to right back at times in Italy, and he started running with the ball. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? So he was unstoppable. For me, he was unstoppable. He was the best defender at the time. And then he went with Ronnie Johnson at the time, and they both were really good partners. But imagine Jaap Stam with Rio. It's just be ridiculous. It just would be ridiculous. So that's
who was Jaap Stam's partner?
Ronnie Johnson.
It was, wasn't it? It was Ronnie Johnson.
And I like
Ronnie Johnson.
Well.
Very underrated, Ronnie Johnson.
Yeah.
Very good player.
Strong player. So
yeah. All right. I mean, we're the names that we're throwing about though, like these aren't bog average defenders. We're talking about elite defenders. We're talking about Premier League or world class defenders. No one's pulling out no fans' favourite cult hero that got 45 games and scored the winner in the FA Cup. We're talking about legends. All right, Steve.
Let's see what Steve has got to say.
I know Steve.
Who?
I know Steve's.
You reckon you know Mark?
I reckon I know Steve's. I reckon I know your Steve.
Well, the first one is through his whole career. He just got better, and he got better, and he got better. You could play him anywhere. You guys have already said him. He could play in midfield. Spray a ball about like nobody's business, and that's Rio Ferdinand. He had to go in. Yeah. He had to be my man.
Sorry, before you go on, do you think that Rio Ferdinand gets the same hype that we're talking about here? Because a lot of people like to say that it was Vidic that was the guy, and Vidic did the defending, and Ferdinand was just like the pace and used to cover. That's all I hear now. No. I feel like did you even watch football back then?
Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't it? It's just because people get into fights, they look at them in a higher regard, but I don't think so. A player who don't need to go to ground. That's what Maldini said. If you don't need to slide tackle, you pretty much you're doing your job, unless you're Wan-Bissaka. So
yeah, no, he had to go. He had to go in. He had everything. Rio Ferdinand, and he probably could still play now. And and Nathan said the right words. Just a Rolls Royce of a centre back who could do everything. Yeah. There's nothing that he couldn't do. A footballing centre back, probably be the very first footballing centre back that there was. And he had to go in. The next one, Nathan was saying about how Jaap Stam was a beast, and he was. but this guy was a bigger beast in my eyes. And it has to be the Soul Man. And it has to be Sol Campbell.
Oh, what? I thought I was going to get outvoted. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to go for Tony Adams. I thought he was going to go for Tony Adams.
Nothing got past.
Thank you. Thank you. How good was he?
We talk about Rio Ferdinand, and he could do a number of things, and Ferdinand could, right? And Jaap Stam was a fantastic centre back, but Sol could add a number of things to his games. Yes. He could power through that centre like a midfield player. Yes. He could bury balls in the back of the net like a centre forward.
Yes,
he started at a centre forward.
He did.
He was robbed. He was robbed in the Champions League.
In the World Cup.
Nothing got past the Soul Man. Centre forward. I don't know if you played with Nathan, but when I see him centre forwards up against him, there was only one winner, and that was the Sol Campbell. Yes. He is my centre back.
Honestly,
can I ask you a question here, both of you? Yeah. If you're on FIFA, and you got Stam at his prime, and you got Sol Campbell at his prime, you're basically telling me he's got a higher rating.
Sol Campbell was on the front of FIFA 2000. That's all I need to say.
Is he higher rating? I'm asking you that question. Do you think he'd have a higher rating?
What can Stam do that Sol Campbell can't?
I'm asking you the question. That's all I'm asking.
I'm asking you. You're the one that's disgruntled.
Is he a higher rating or not?
Huh?
Is he a higher rated?
I don't know FIFA ratings. I know that in real life, this guy, Arsenal fans probably thought, what happens after Tony Adams? What happens? But they got in Sol Campbell, and there wasn't even a worry then. Because whoever you put next to Sol Campbell, we was fine.
He's a top defender. But I'm not putting him better than Stam, that's for sure. But anyway, cool. No worries. That's an Arsenal thing, I think. Arsenal Man United thing. That's where this bit kind of obviously
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
He tried to get in there.
Nah. I'm in there rent free. Don't worry about that. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Garth as well.
He's losing it. Oh, what? God, look at that. Campbell's better than Stam. He's a massive Man United. Look.
And did Jaap Stam come from?
Look what he said.
Did Jaap
Neville is far superior. Go on, Steve.
Did Jaap Stam come from Man City? We just had that one in there, we got to put that one in.
Look. The Neville disrespect continues. This guy is a lone wolf. He's not with any of us. So when he says something like this, you got to listen. Thank you very much, Garth. Back that up. Look at this. You know what? Just to
maybe
show,
I'm
gonna put this in so everyone can see. Look at that. Looks brilliant.
So man,
we all know who the left back.
Yeah, but I've had this debate before, and it didn't go down as what I thought it would when the left back was picked.
Left back is.
Do you know who this left back is?
I know. You've got to choosing as well.
Yeah, all right. Let's get this out of the way.
You've got to remember, I'm weighing my team up how I want them to play. So
same here.
Yeah, dynamic, pacey, good mindset defensively as well. Yeah. This is why I've gone for
4-3-3.
Ashley Cole at left back. Well, we can change it. It can be changed. Look, you're. What was that?
What have I done?
Was that a grimace when I said Ashley Cole?
I didn't say anything.
You didn't need to. Your facial expression said it all.
I haven't said anything at all.
Look, if you want me to, I'll get up Dennis Irwin's stats ready for you now.
No,
I love Dennis Irwin.
I'll go with. I'm going to pick my player as well. No problem.
All right, go on. Who are you going for?
I am going with this guy who just was a beast defensively. Left back, always good going forward. I think he was a very complete left back. Not many players you can get like that, to be fair. And his name's Ashley Cole.
Yes.
100%.
Can't deny it. One of the 100%. Best. One of the, another one, underrated.
Evra was good, but
Very good.
Also, Gabriel Heinze was good. I liked him.
Yeah.
But he's not as good as
Dennis Irwin was good.
Irwin was good.
Yeah.
Quality, free kicks.
It stands out.
Yeah. Steve?
Yeah, I'll throw it. I mean, it's got to be Ashley Cole, and for the exact reasons that you said. You know, defensively, sound, fantastic going forward, can get a goal, do assists. Probably was just on the verge of world class when he was at Arsenal. Certainly was world class when he went to Chelsea. But
yeah, he got the defensive side on lock when he went to Chelsea, didn't he?
Yeah, he got that. But yeah, I mean, I can't look anywhere. As far you've mentioned all the other players, Evra was in my thinking. There was, apart from with Arsenal, you've got Nigel Winterburn, who could have been a shout. Also, Kenny Sanson was another good player for Arsenal, but they was nowhere near Ashley Cole. Ashley Cole's in.
Ashley Cole is in.
Right.
All right.
With 3 in midfield. Are we choosing our 3 midfield and then 3 up front?
We have to settle this now. Look, you two have gone 4-3-3, so I'll have to go 4-3-3.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, because these players.
We're gonna have to.
These players can't be left out. It's madness. You can go with the wingers, but you're just gonna lose one of these players, and I just can't see how I can lose. And I've already lost one, and I'm like, I can't believe I ain't got him in there. Like,
I've got about 6 that I can't put in.
All right, honestly.
To be fair, there's 3 players that are not in there right now that I don't know. I know you lot are gonna choose him because it's the Arsenal thing, but I love him, but I can't put him in.
All right, this is the team so far. I've switched up the formation. We've got Peter Schmeichel in goal, Rio Ferdinand and Sol Campbell at centre back, right back Antonio Valencia, and left back Ashley Cole. We've got switched it up to the 4-3-3. Okay, let's go. So, well, this has changed a few things for me now. Let me just see if I've got anyone in my backup list where I can swap them round.
I can't believe who I'm leaving at midfield.
Oh my word! I feel sick. I've just taken out an absolute legend. All right, someone go first, because I have to switch mine up a little bit.
I'm choosing our 3, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Go for your 3 in midfield.
Go on, Steve. I'm going. I'm going with balance to my team, not just anyone, by the way. So I don't know if you are.
Here he goes.
I'm going with.
I love the disclaimer.
All right. That I'd put out, and I'd be like, "Wow, that team is unbelievable." You can't beat
right. First of all, with this defence, I think everyone will agree, right? I don't need 2 DMs. Right, I only need 1 DM for this. Right, I only need 1 DM. One's going to be a shock. One's going to be a shock to you all. Right, one's going to be a big shock. All right, the other 2 maybe not. What? And the first one, I've had to put him in just because he had to go in, and he's not someone who's probably liked in the world of football. But you can't deny what he's done on the football pitch and what he's won for Manchester United, and that's Roy Keane. He had to go in, but
yes, Steve.
But the thing is,
I've taken out this player, so you two can put Roy Keane in. Nah, it's all right. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. Carry on.
I can't believe.
Carry on.
Putting it. Once I pick my 3, I'll explain to you why I picked my 3. Right? Because I've had to leave some incredible midfield players out of this. My second one is someone who never, when it comes to Arsenal, sometimes gets forgotten. And I never know why, because he's probably one of my most favourite Arsenal players of all time. I loved watching him when he was there. I loved watching him when he left. He used to be able to, as soon as he used to come on the pitch in the first minute, he give his all. and was always a 7, and he was always or a 7 or an 8 out of 10. He was the man who got booed when he left. He was the man who took a penalty against Barcelona with a broken leg.
Yeah, I'm just about to put him in.
He made his debut at Arsenal at 16 years old.
Yep, with the worst mullet of all time.
And you got Arsenal fans who actually boo him, even to this day. I think it's an absolute disgrace. And his name is Cesc Fabregas.
Yeah,
he goes in my midfield as one of the greatest Arsenal players of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's other players, but he suits my system of what I want to do. Yeah, my 2 there. Now, in the front of them is, for me, the greatest player of all time has ever put on an Arsenal shirt. He's playing in front of Cesc and Keane. He's playing in that number 10 position. You know that that people love, and where the De Bruyne's played, where the Ozil plays, where we all know where they play. They play in front of that too, and I've mentioned him so many times before. He's the Iceman, and he's Dennis Bergkamp. So that's my midfield: Cesc Fabregas and Keane in the centre there. Because Cesc not only was he a silky footballer, he could spray passes left foot, right foot. And so they were my 2 sitting midfield players, just like you had in England when you had Rice and you had Phillips, yeah? And then you had the player in front, yeah? We all wanted Grealish to be that player in front. My player in front is Dennis Bergkamp in front of Cesc Fabregas and Roy Keane.
So who have you got up front? You got.
I'm just thinking right now.
10, and you're gonna have 3 forwards.
You don't know yet, do you? You see what comes.
You flip the script. You flip the script. Okay, whose guy is it? My turn. Because I made my change.
You could take someone out. I mean what that system is, what I'm playing with the 2 centre backs, with the 2 flying left back and the right backs, i.e. when we had like Walker and Shaw. Just think of this as England for the minute. Yeah. Cool. You're thinking of Antonio Valencias as being Kyle Walker. You're thinking Luke Shaw as being Ashley Cole. Yeah, the 2 centre backs sitting as centre backs do. And then you've got Phillips, and it's just that is it. That is exactly how England's set up. And now I've got my 3 who's in front, just like Liverpool. It's the Liverpool template. It's exactly the way Liverpool play.
Oh, love it! I've made my change, and Steve, I'm going to start off with the one that you said at the end, or not at the end. Cesc Fabregas. I had to quickly make a change, and as I was going through the teams, I looked at Man United's team, and I said, I can't take out, because I tell you who I took out, I took out George Best, I can't take out George Best and put in Roy Keane. I'm not having it. Not doing it, So I'm putting in Cesc Fabregas, This kid, as Steve said, I was following this kid when he was 15. Arsenal tapped him up. Barcelona were absolutely fuming. In fact, Barcelona changed their rules on youngsters because of Cesc Fabregas. They're doing it again because of Cesc Fabregas and
everyone's panicking.
And Hector Bellerin, yeah. He started off in the FA Cup, scored within about Carling Cup, scored within about 4 games. And you knew he was on to a winner, Mr. Wenger here. 304 games, 57 goals, 93 assists for a central midfielder. Absolutely unbelievable. When he left, it ripped a hole in our team, ripped a hole in our midfield. And it's another player who they don't really mention when it comes to we need to find another so-and-so. Well, it's because these players don't exist. They're once in a lifetime. And it's Cesc Fabregas. Next to him is the other person that Arsenal fans will repeatedly say we need to find the standard one. Patrick Vieira. Everyone tries to compare him to Patrick Vieira. Anyone that's 6'4" and black, yeah, they say it's just a new Patrick Vieira. It doesn't. There is no other Patrick Vieira. You'll never find a midfielder who can rough you up, win that ball off you, drive past you, and potentially score a world-class goal. This guy was French personified the way he played football. Technically gifted, and he was an absolute bully. He's a unicorn. He doesn't exist. He's a one-off. Patrick Vieira.
Between those. Yeah. I'll give you Vieira. Yeah, I'll give you that. But there is a better player than him. He doesn't play for Man United or Arsenal, but there's a better player than him.
Go on.
Toure.
What, in the Premiership?
Yeah.
What? Yaya Toure was better than Patrick Vieira?
Way better. Nah, this is a pod. This is another pod. Nah, Nathan, this is another pod. This is another pod. This is another pod. Nah. This is another pod. Nah. Hey.
How comes? Why? What? Nah. Yeah, look, I rate Yaya Toure, yeah, but no one ever puts him in the Premier League all time. No one ever puts Yaya Toure in the Premier League all time.
Maybe not enough years of doing it, but
he should always be in the conversation because he scored 25 goals a season from central midfield, and it wasn't a false nine; it was central midfield. But
yeah,
like I said, it's another pod. We'll get that set up soon. Paul Scholes is my final one. Look,
thank you. I was thinking, what's he not doing involved in this?
Paul Scholes, yeah. And do you know what? I watched a little 15-minute highlight reel again, just to take in Paul Scholes. Please, people, just go and type in Paul Scholes in Google and watch the longest one, and then watch the next one, and watch the next one. This guy was disrespected from England. Why? Because the press kept on saying we need to play Gerrard and Lampard. So we stuck our most creative, our best passer on the left wing. On the left wing. Are you here? On the left wing. Yeah? You don't stick Iniesta and Xavi on the left wing. You don't do that. You put them in their best position. You build a team around them. But that wasn't what England were about back then. This guy's too technically gifted. We want runners and athletes in our midfield. No, the creative people always get disrespected from England, and he was one of them. Paul Scholes, an absolute genius on the ball, and he still does it now. When you see the training videos, and he just like ping on a sixpence. Quality player. So they're my three.
Yeah.
Who have you gone for?
You know what? I'm going to tell you. With the centre defensive midfielder, it was a toss-up between Vieira and Keane. I really like them both. I really think they're both similar ability, similar in it, pretty much everything they're doing. I'm a United supporter as well. So when you kind of go, they're both similar, what are you going to do? For me, Roy Keane has so much about him. Like, he has that extra bit of grit that I just think he's got that crazy thing that you need in a team. And I think Roy Keane, I'm just going to edge it to Roy Keane.
I'm getting stomach cramps. This ain't right. This is good. What?
See, I wasn't biased, right?
This is controversial.
I was unbiased. I looked at it in an unbiased
I need some help here.
I had Keane or Vieira, but and it just turned out in the end trophies. And Keane had won more than Vieira, so Keane went in for me. So I had to swallow it
as well.
But Patrick Vieira came from France, yeah, via Italy, yeah, and Keane has already stamped his authority in the I'm losing. And already stamped his authority in the Premier League. People would come in and be like, "Oh, it'd be like one of them things when you turn up at school. Watch him. Hey, watch Keane. Watch him. It's not all there." And Patrick Vieira said, "Who? I do not care who Roy Keane is. Slap. I will take on Roy Keane. I'm not scared of anyone." That's the respect he deserves.
I'm putting Roy Keane in there.
I know you are. That's why I had to get that in.
Simple. Right then. Second player. I really I actually did have, because I couldn't choose between the two, I actually did have Roy Keane and Vieira in there. But until Steve opened his mouth and started talking about, I'm going to not play my two central defensive players because we've got such a good defense. He's all right.
Steve flipped the script. I'm lost for words on Steve's one.
Cesc Fabregas is a bad man. Yeah, he came in, and obviously everyone used to talk about Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets. This guy came in and took over that spot, one of the 3 spots with Barcelona. That showed, and he's a goal scoring machine. He's like a central midfielder that could do both things. I love that about him. He's popping the ball around, controlling the game. When you got a Roy Keane there and you got a Cesc Fabregas that can do everything, that just is everything you need in the middle. And then in front of him has to be Paul Scholes. It just has to be. This guy, Xavi, says, wow, Paul Scholes is unbelievable. Like, he's technically gifted, so good, he could play anywhere. This guy's unbelievable. He had a great career. We don't need to talk about how many trophies he won, how many goals he scored, how he can play balls on sixpence. The guy's unbelievable. Absolute king in that position. I don't think... I know Bergkamp's great. I know he's great. But I think Scholes had a better career than him overall. And, and that's it. Yeah, he did. He did have a better career than him.
Yeah, Premier League.
Yeah, Premier League, yeah.
Yeah.
For his club, for Arsenal, Man United, yeah.
So he should be in ahead of Bergkamp from that position. I wouldn't have played him in the hole anyway, Bergkamp. He'd have to be up front off a striker, if anything. But it's such a stacked position up there. I couldn't get him into my team anyway. So that's my 3. Roy Keane, Fabregas, Scholes.
Bergkamp did play in that hole, though. I mean, I watched him for the whole 10 years that he was there. He was sort, he used to pick the ball up from, Vieira used to give him the ball, and then he used to turn, and then it was like he used to just look up, and then it was like, well, so shall I give it to Pires? Should I give it to Henry? And then he just used to fire wherever he wanted to go. And Henry was the one who used to drop in sometimes. He used to drop in, and then Perez used to come in from behind. I mean, how many times did we used to see, Henry drop or Henry go wide, and then totally forget about Robert Pires, and then the ball was played through, or Ljungberg on the other side. So he did play more central, but I do get the, I hate to say it, but he did win more Scholes. So it's hard. It's very hard.
Well, you've killed me, Steve, because you put Dennis Bergkamp in midfield. So I've got no hope of getting him in the team now. I'm done for. Look, Nathan is like, another Man United player in there. So
no. The thing is,
I know.
Vieira or Keane, I don't really care who it is. But I'm a Man United supporter, so I put Keane in there. So that's why I've done that.
I didn't think we're being biased. But it's all good. Like I said, unapologetically Man United. Unapologetically Man United.
For me, they're the same.
If you're playing a 4-4-2, then Bergkamp plays behind. Then he plays behind Omri, because that's what he used to do. Omri was there, and then Bergkamp was behind, because Arsenal used to play 4-4-2. I used to love it. This is 4-3-3. That's why I stuck him in there, because I wanted to get these 3 other players in the front.
Yeah. What's your front 3, Kears? What we got?
He looks sick.
I am. I'm stunned. Comment section, help me out here. Look, audience, help me out here. People have gone crazy. These guys have gone crazy. All right, my front three. Yeah, my front 3. Thierry Henry. Yeah, Thierry Henry was. If you are not shaking your head because you're saying no.
Don't you dare!
You just woke me up.
I can't believe you.
Nah. Do you know what? When I said I'm living rent free in your head, it was the other way around. Clearly, it was clearly the other way around, because I've lost it now. Head is gone. 258 games in the Premier League, 175 goals and 74 assists. This guy, I mean, he had a finish after his name. They call it the Henry finish. You open up, you tuck it away, and people will still say that now. They say it's the Henry finish because he set the tone, he set a trend. Pace, he used to make some of the best defenders out there look silly. Carragher still has nightmares about him. Thierry Henry, and I mean, look at the goals that he scored. My other player out there, just sitting behind. I've gone for Dennis Bergkamp, the magician, the wizard. There's many more superlatives you've got for Dennis Bergkamp. He was class, the touch, the dedication as a footballer. I mean, the story that Robin van Persie has about Dennis Bergkamp, where he says, "I'm going to get out the bath when Dennis Bergkamp stops training," and in the end, he had to get out the bath because Dennis Bergkamp didn't stop training after everyone else was finished, and his fingers were starting to split where they'd gone so wrinkly. The bath was freezing cold, and that set a tone for players like Van Persie, where he said, "If I'm going to be anywhere near this guy, I need to be training at the level and the dedication that he has, and putting in the hours afterwards." And that's why Van Persie was the player he was, because he learned off of him. And Dennis Bergkamp, absolute genius of a footballer.
I still don't see people do what he used to do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Now.
No, you don't. You don't. Like, and the fact that people say that the things that he did were either lucky or a fluke, but if you actually watch the guy, you've seen him do it a few times, or at least attempt it a few times. And it doesn't come off every time, but when it does, you know it's meant to be. That Nikos Davidas, the against Newcastle, the flick. Like, the movement that he done on that, you don't do if that wasn't done on purpose. You're not anticipating that ball's going spinning off you like that. You know where it's going because you've done it in training. So Dennis Bergkamp, absolutely.
And there was the hat trick that he pulled down, the goal
against Leicester, against Argentina.
And I still one of them things you just every now and then when you're bored, you just click on YouTube and you think, oh, let's watch 20 minutes of Dennis Bergkamp. I mean, still just one of my favourite things was when, against Juventus. I mean, I still don't know what he did there when he
set up Lundberg.
He went one way. Yeah. Then he went the other. Then he went the other way. And they're just running after him and they don't know what he's doing. And then with his back to the play, he's just flicked it through both of them and put it through, and Lundberg's gone on to score. Unbelievable. You don't see that anymore. You don't see that. When's that ever happened? You just don't see it.
Yeah, you don't. In fact, I'm going to actually pull that goal up, but I'll carry on while I'm trying to find that goal. And my final striker, winger, forward is Cristiano Ronaldo. I can't not have him in there. From day one, yes, he was like Bambi on ice, but you could see the class that he had. You can see that he was quality, and he, again, another player that shows that you can have all the talent in the world, but you've got to put in the hours and the dedication and the hard work as well, because he's turned himself into an absolute machine. And he did that through the years when he was playing at Man United. He cut out a lot of the step overs and the unneeded tricks, and he put the tricks into positions where it was needed. Yes, he's flashy, love it. He's an entertainer, absolutely love it. And the number of goals that this guy scored was just ridiculous. I think it was for Man United, it was 292 games, 118 goals, and 69 assists. That was absolutely outstanding for Cristiano Ronaldo. They're my front three.
Right.
Go on.
I'm going to quickly go through my three. First one, unbelievable player for Arsenal. Obviously became a legend there. Absolutely ripped it up for Barcelona as well. The guy was unbelievable. He was untouchable. When we played with, I used to play with him on a computer game. When I was playing for Wigan, me and Jason Roberts, we used to come home and play every day, and it was Pro Evolution Soccer. and it was Arsenal and it was Man United. It was just Arsenal versus Man United, and it was cheating with Henry. Okay, it was just cheating. Yeah, Henry and Bergkamp up front. He used to play the 4-4-2 with that one man a little bit extra forward. Maybe it was It wasn't Fabregas. It was Lundberg, Vieira Lundberg, I think. And then you had, I don't know, Wiltord and whoever. But Henry, unbelievable, untouchable, absolute king. That's the first one. He's on my left. On the right, you got Cristiano Ronaldo, as you know, blitzed the whole league year after year. Skills, destroyed everybody, made everyone look stupid, and scored goals galore. You can't beat that. Then up front is a very, very, very difficult one. Very difficult one. You have got the Bergkamps, you have got the Van Nistelrooys, you have got Van Persie's. I really love Van Persie. He was my favourite player when he was at Arsenal, when Henry was there. But you cannot. I can't leave out Man United's top scorer ever, Rooney. How can Rooney be kept out? He's got to play up front. He's got to play. So for me, Rooney plays up front. The boy scored goals since he was 16. Whipped the ball top bins for Everton against Arsenal. First goal in the Prem.
Why don't you think he gets the respect that he's actually due? Because Rooney, from when he was 16, he wasn't even a boy. He was a man. He came out a man. He played as a young youth player, cheating as a man, and he was honestly 16. It's like he's 16. Nah. He's built like a 40-year-old builder. He's a weapon. He had pace. Every year. Power, pace. Yeah, power. Yeah, like ability to just destroy people. Free kicks, put corners in, defended, went all the way back. Had everything you want in a striker. All the goals as well as all that defensive side. So for me, I gotta put him in. I gotta put him in there. He's going up there, up top. So that's my three: Henry, Cristiano, and Rooney. All right, two for Cristiano. So it looks like Cristiano's in. There's only one spot left, Steve. Henry was in. Henry's in. Cristiano Ronaldo is in. Steve, seeing as you put Bergkamp back there, you've got the most attacking team of all time. I want to see you've got up top.
But again, it's like the way I've explained it. You know, it's only like as if you was playing at Liverpool. If you've got a Salah or if you've got a Firmino and you've got you've got a Mane, it's exactly the same. It's the same formation as what England played in the Euros. It's all it is. It's because I've put Bergkamp where he is. It puts him. It gives me a chance of putting someone else in. But the thing is, because he wasn't chosen by both of you in that position, he's not going to go in the team, which is ridiculous because he is one of the best, probably the best Premiership player I've ever seen. But anyway, that's all right.
That's your fault. That's your fault. That's your fault. No, because every other time, everyone's picked positions, and I've been the one that's been picking. Do you know what? I'm just going to get every sick player in this team. Yeah, and then everyone's gone. Oh well, that's not the way we do it. We do it by actually how you play them. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this properly now. And then you flipped it.
So you picked Steve. What's going on?
Right. This is why I picked the three up front. Let's get one out of the way. Thierry Henry. You know, it's a no-brainer. It's got to go in. Probably number one. It's like Nathan says. He says it's not that hard, it's hard, and it is hard. If Henry wasn't there, then it would be really hard. If we said you're not allowed to pick Thierry Henry, then you're really struggling. But I think because Henry's there, it's a no-brainer decision. And for me, he goes down the centre because that's where he's played down the centre, and he used to go wide, and cut in wide. But mainly he was a centre forward. He played down the centre. You could have picked Van Nistelrooy, great striker. Andy Cole, another great Dwight York, Wayne Rooney that Nathan's already said, and of course someone that no one's ever said. And I've got to give you a clue.
Eric Cantona.
Eric! Oh no!
But it's all right if even like.
Oh no!
Nathan being a Man United fan, he didn't want to mention him. That's fine, but
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Don't worry,
That's
Eric.
fine.
I've got your bag here, mate. I got you.
It's all right, Steve. You crammed everyone in today, which has shocked me. Who else have you got?
Right. Well, that's Henry. Right now, the wingers. I wanted two wingers, two fast wingers. Right now, on the right hand side, I've could have gone for George Best. He plays out there. Andre Kanchelskis, great player. Steve Coppell. All Man United players. I couldn't really find someone Arsenal, but I've gone for for David Beckham. I just looking at the way Antonio Valencia would sort of play up with him. David Beckham, great player, great free kicks, workhorse, just incredible work rate. Just pulls goals when you needed them. When he's down, when the team's down, he can pick them up. And has done it through his whole career. When he's gone to Real Madrid, he just continued, and he did it for England. Fantastic player, David Beckham, and probably one of the best crossers of a ball that there's ever been that the Premiership have ever seen. So,
great. Before you go on, Steve, Nathan, thank you for joining us. We'll catch you soon. We'll speak to you in a bit, mate.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks.
All right.
Hopefully, I'll get to see the rest of this. Got to shoot.
I'll send it to the group. All right, in a bit. All right.
Bye.
All right, Steve. Who have you got?
Last one.
Let's go.
Last one. I had a choice. It was either another one who ain't been mentioned yet, Robert Pires, Kieran. I mean, what a player he was.
What a player. Bobby.
Bobby, one of my most favourite players of all times at Arsenal players. Next to Bergkamp, he was probably the next in line.
I met him on a night out. And the only thing I said to him was thank you for such a great childhood. And he just said, thank you, you're welcome. What a lovely guy he was.
Just love him. I love him to this day. I love him now, thinking about the goals he scored and his manner he did, and the way he used to wind up players. I loved it. He was great. But he's not. I couldn't put him in because it was in the end. I had to go for the person who's won more trophies than anybody else in Premier League history, and that's Ryan Giggs. I've had to put him down the left. Electric pace, longevity for Manchester United. Won just everything there is in the game. It's just saying that he's Welsh. He probably would have won a World Cup. But but Ryan Giggs for me, great player, and that's my three: Thierry Henry, David Beckham, and Ryan Giggs.
Thierry Henry, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs. So we've got to make a choice here. We've got to make a choice.
What's the choice?
Because there's one spot left, and there's Rooney with one vote. There is Bergkamp with one vote. There is Beckham and Giggs with one vote. So, comment section. Let's go.
Please, Bergkamp.
All right. So we've got Dennis Bergkamp, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, and Wayne Rooney. Who gets the final spot? You've got 10 seconds before I do a roulette. While we've got that 10 seconds coming up, I am going to pull up the goal that Steve was talking about. The Freddie Ljungberg. Because the thing is, do you know the weird thing? Do you know why I knew you was talking about that goal? Because we call it the Bergkamp goal. But it's not. It's Freddie Ljungberg's goal. Yeah. But they always talk about it as if it was Bergkamp's goal because of what he did in this move.
Yeah.
and it's Freddie Ljungberg started it.
Yeah, there he is.
The footwork.
You're going, see you later. See you later.
Oh, see you later.
Can we see that again?
Yeah, we're probably going to get kicked off by YouTube for stealing the Champions League goal, but I don't care.
See just above that tunnel, upper tier, east upper there, just staying there with Bergkamp's got the ball. That's my seat. That's what I was watching this from there. It was my season ticket.
No one does that. No one's doing that.
That's it. When did you see that?
De Bruyne's not doing that. De Bruyne ain't doing that.
De Bruyne ain't doing that.
Nah, no one's doing this stuff. All right.
No. Nobody.
Right. Let's one more spot. There is a comment in there. The suspense is killing me. Who has left the comment? Oh, he's absolutely killed me. He's absolutely killed me. He's gone for Giggs. I'm gonna have to go for Giggs.
Instead of Bergkamp.
I'm gonna have to go for Giggs instead of Bergkamp. This is absolutely killing me. So we'll swap this around. We'll put this here.
All I could do is say
it's my fault. There. It's your fault, Steve.
Yeah. But look,
Ryan Giggs gets in. Giggs gets in. Look, I can't complain. I can complain. Like, I'm saving right now. Ryan Giggs gets in. He was an absolute legend of the game. World class. It's another player that people want to... And do you know what? I say people. I feel like it's the kids these days that didn't watch. They weren't around. And it's not just watching highlights. It's actually being in the moment and seeing these people dominate games and what they did in the games. But they put up Ryan Giggs' stats and they talk about the lack of goals that he scored and and things like that. But it's easy to look at stats and dismiss players, but you've got to see what they did on the pitch. There might be a player that everyone loves, and you are wondering why everyone loves him. And his stats may say that he doesn't score many goals or doesn't get many assists. But if he devastates a team and he's pulling players from left and right, from pillar to post, because they don't know where to play to stop him from doing what he's got to do, that's a massive impact in the game. And people don't take that into account. Everyone's looking at the final stats.
Yeah.
It's just nonsense.
No. Stats. I mean, sometimes stats can come into play, but the majority of the time, it can't and it doesn't. And you just you're talking about Bergkamp there, and you're talking about that you just don't see that anymore. And kids that are watching out there now, just go and watch. Some of what things that he did on YouTube. You've got the players nowadays. You've got you've got the Fernandezes, you've got the De Bruynes, you've got the Mo Salahs, you've got the Harry Kane. They did not do what he did. And I'm not saying that as a biased Arsenal fan. They did not do that. What he did. My team tonight, I didn't put in some legends because I just didn't feel that they should be, in that side. But Dennis Bergkamp, he's just greatest Premiership player I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I've even put a little side note. Shout out to Ian Wright, Robert Perez, Tony Adams, Eric Cantona, Jaap Stam, Nemanja Vidic, George Best, Bobby Charlton. All these players could have been in that team.
Yeah.
Any of them players could have been in that team. And for whatever reason, because they all brought something ridiculously good to whether it's the Premier League or the Division 1 at that time.
Yeah, two players. I want to give a shout out to. Just probably for different reasons. One is Duncan Edwards of Man United. We apparently he was probably going to be one of the world's best players that anybody's ever seen. That was cut short, sadly. And also for Arsenal's David Rocastle, and another great player who should be mentioned for their greatness. Probably that if they went on and what happened to them didn't happen, then they might be in this team as well.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you very much, Steve. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, people. Here's Nathan's final team there. He's gone for Peter Schmeichel, Valencia, Ferdinand, Stam, Ashley Cole, Keane, Fabregas, Scholes, Ronaldo, Omri, and Rooney. And the final team though, was Peter Schmeichel in goal, Rio Ferdinand and Sol Campbell at centre-back, Ashley Cole at left-back, Antonio Valencia at right-back, Roy Keane as a DM, Paul Scholes and Cesc Fabregas in the central midfield with him, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs on the left, and Thierry Henry up front. And I mean, look, we could talk about we didn't get our players in there, but when you see a team that good, I mean, you can't really complain, can you? No. Could you imagine that team playing together now? It would absolutely devastate. Absolutely devastating. And I'm glad you brought up Cesc Fabregas, Steve, because he's another player that definitely doesn't get the props that he does. Yeah. Because Arsenal fans are too emotional about the whole situation.
Yeah. Oh, he wanted to go home. Do you know, he wanted to go home.
I think we understood that.
Yeah.
We understood that.
And when he come back, he wanted to come back to Arsenal, and we didn't want him.
Yeah.
So he went to Chelsea because he had family and friends in London. So what do you expect him to do? Go to QPR?
Exactly. The thing is, look, it's football's all about timing, and we know that from some of the players that have actually come through when they weren't expected to. But a player got injured, that player jumped in, and they didn't stop from there. And it's the same as Cesc Fabregas. He left Arsenal at a time when we needed him to stay, but he wanted to go home. And he came back in a time where we would have had to. I mean, we'd have had to change the team. I just don't. The time weren't right. The timing just weren't right for when he wanted to come back. So it is what it is. We move on. All right. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Steve.
Pleasure, mate. Enjoyed it.
Thank you very much, everyone in the comment section. Gareth Lewis or Garth Lewis, love the dedication there. I hate the fact that you picked Ryan Giggs at the end. I really wanted Dennis Bergkamp in there, but it is what it is. He's been through it with us throughout the whole way, and I know he's loving the fact there's a dedicated Man United section to the channel now. Thank you everyone who joined us. Peace out, people. Stay safe and wash your hands.